With a WWE legend believed to be joining AEW and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Talking about her pro wrestling comeback, AEW star Thunder Rosa said this on Busted Open Radio. "I had to learn so many other things to not go insane because wrestling was taken away from me because of an injury that almost ended my career. The fact that I was able to run 3 miles without pain this last Thursday or Wednesday, the fact that I'm able to lift weights, to sleep, to sit down, to sit up, to be on an airplane without pain, it's beautiful. The fact of the matter that I get another opportunity to get my time and to get what belongs to me, it's a blessing. I'm not gonna let anyone, and I'm putting everybody on notice, to tell me otherwise. I've been through hell, and I don't care if I have to go through hell to get what I need to get, because I am going to get it. I'm Thunder Rosa, La Mera Mera. They call me La Mera Mera for a reason, and that is not because I'm a wimp and I like to complain. No, it's because I work my ass off to get where I want, to get what I deserve, to get what I was born for, and that's to be excellent." Posting a new job listing for the NXT creative team in Orlando, Florida, WWE wrote the responsibilities that came with this gig as it reads: "Take detailed and accurate notes, use those notes to update creative documents including scripts, talent rosters, pay-per-view cards, etc. Participate and take notes in high-level creative writing meetings with Paul Levesque, the NXT lead writers, and other members of the NXT creative writing team. Work with the lead writer to distribute notes from all meetings to necessary parties to ensure communication amongst all departments. Follow directions, execute said directions in a timely manner, and at all times pay close attention to detail. Assist with day-to-day needs of the writing team at the WWE Performance Center, including helping writers with shoots with talent, promo classes, etc. Take initiative and communicate clearly and concisely with the lead writers, Performance Center coaches, and other departments. Perform clerical tasks such as transcribing, copying, and printing documents. Coordinate with other departments at the Performance Center and NXT production team, props, talent, travel, etc. to ensure all necessary production elements are taken care of for all NXT TV tapings. Attend all NXT TV tapings and assist writers with the execution of backstage and in-ring segments, serving as a runner, coordinating talent, props, and other necessary items at NXT TV tapings. Update scripts and other necessary documents for the taping. Copy and distribute the most updated documents to the necessary parties. Assist writers with directing and producing taped backstage scenes and live in-ring promos. Anticipate the needs of the team and plan ahead to assure efficient department functioning. Perform miscellaneous tasks as assigned and needed." Explaining their departure from WWE, Nikki and Brie Garcia, formerly known as the Bella Twins, told People, "We got to a point where we just didn't feel energetically aligned anymore with the WWE. There was a moment where she and I looked at each other and kind of felt, you know what? We're all not seeing eye to eye anymore. We didn't even have to say it. We could just look at each other and feel it. We get sad at times to not be a part of what the women are doing over there, and we will always support our women of the WWE." At the recent Pro Wrestling Revolver event, Swerve Strickland would be attacked by Hangman Page as the two are set to face off at Full Gear. Here are the clips.
beat your ass in the parking lot. I will beat your ass at the hotel. I'll beat your ass at Revolver, and I will beat your ass at Full Gear. Swerve, you are dead.
During an interview with Denise Salcedo, Jacob Fatu, a member of the Anawa'i family, said this about the possibility of being a part of the Bloodline angle in WWE down the road. In due time. I mean, it could be there. It could be anywhere but in due time. Like I said, leave it in God's hands, and if it happens, it happens. If it don't, I'll still be watching them. They're like this. Overall, I'm very proud of my family. I'm very proud of Solo and what he's done. Very proud of the twins. Very proud of Roman. Just very proud of my family. Fatu also said this regarding his favorite moment of the storyline, praising his family for headlining both nights of WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday to see the main event. When I saw Solo walk out with Roman, getting goosebumps. Just tears in my eyes seeing the main event. That was the highlight for me. Not only that, it happened in California, in LA, so it was good, man. It was real good. I'm about to cry right now talking about it. Shout out to the boys. Oos. Asked why he thinks Hulk Hogan takes so much heat from the wrestling community, AEW World Champion MJF told Dr. Bo Hightower because he's a liar and a racist. It doesn't change the fact that he was a massive draw in the professional wrestling business. Will never be the same because of him, for the better, but there are plenty of professional wrestlers that did great business. It doesn't mean they're great people. Chris Benoit is a great professional wrestler. It doesn't mean he's a good person. For some reason, wrestling fans kind of struggle with that. They can't separate the two, which is why I think people love me. I'm out and out a horrible person, and I'm honest about it. At least I'm honest about it. As he recently underwent knee surgery after being turned on by Santos Escobar, Rey Mysterio was spotted in public on crutches by a fan. Also, the WWE banners for SmackDown and the Superstars section of the website no longer feature Rey, who has been replaced by Logan Paul. Going over the possibility of Stardom Pro Wrestling star Julia having interest from WWE, PW Insider reported that there was a belief within some in WWE that Julia would be at the WWE Performance Center earlier this week to tour the facility. We are told it was not slated to be a tryout, but a visit. We are told that Simon Inoki was expected to come in and work as a translator to assist Julia, whose first language is Japanese. Inoki has done similar work for WWE in the past, off and on over the years. As it turns out, Julia was not at the PC this week. One source admitted she was initially expected there this past Wednesday, but was not. Company sources are insistent in their interest in her for the future. As he recently faced Josh Alexander in Impact Wrestling, Will Ospreay said this after the match. I'm sending massive thanks to everyone who made this comeback possible because, let's be real, at one point, I thought Impact was a sinking ship. It looked like there was no lifeline for Impact Wrestling. I'm very thankful to everybody for allowing me to come back here because, once upon a time, I honestly thought Impact was done. There was no saving Impact Wrestling. But then new ownership came along, and then the talent backstage. The talent. It should be spoken loud and clear that the staff back there and all the roster are the reason why this place is living and thriving. I didn't want to come to Impact Wrestling. I wanted to come to TNA. So before I round this up, before February strikes, you better make sure that as much as I love Impact, I need to step foot in a TNA ring. Touching on Ronda Rousey possibly debuting for AEW at Full Gear, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful said, "It's always possible. I know that Ronda Rousey's name has been brought up at least. I don't know if that is anything imminent." Ringside News added, "It was noted that Ronda Rousey did the Pro Wrestling Revolver show because they ran that show. The timing and California location reportedly have nothing to do with Full Gear." When it comes to Goldberg possibly being the newest signing for All Elite Wrestling at Full Gear event, Sean Ross Sapp said behind Fightful's paywall during a Q&A session, "The signing is not Goldberg, although I can tell you that there have been talks. They have definitely had some conversations. I mean, everyone's asking about Will Ospreay and stuff. I can tell you this, last year AEW came to terms with Chris Jericho. This year came to terms with Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and the Young Bucks. If Ospreay lands there, well, guess who else Barry Bloom reps? Goldberg. Barry Bloom did all of those deals and has a great relationship with AEW. I don't doubt that we will eventually see that." Offering to train Shane McMahon's son, Declan, The Undertaker said this to WrestleBinge. "Declan, come find me. Don't let your dad train you. Come find me and I'll train you right. I tell you what, I do know this from knowing the McMahons. If it's in his heart and it's in his mind, and if he's got any of his dad's genes or his grandfather's genes, if he wants to make it in this industry, he will do well." Talking about the rumor that Vince McMahon's main motive in pro wrestling is money, The Undertaker said during that same interview, "Not motivated by money. He's motivated by making the product better, not in the same sense that most people are motivated by money. I mean, he wants to obviously make money, he wants to draw money, he wants to increase the value of the company and all of that, but personal wealth is not on his radar, I don't think, but definitely making the product better is always first and foremost on his mind." With Julia Hart taking on Sky Blue and TBS champion Chris Statlander in a triple threat match at AEW Full Gear, this was said regarding plans for Hart. As the Wrestling Observer newsletter noted, "I was told that Julia Hart, even if she doesn't win the title, will remain as a focus on those shows." Going over how All Elite Wrestling is looking to hire for a new role in the company, Ringside News wrote, "According to the grapevine at AEW headquarters, the company is on the hunt for a new Vice President of People and Culture who will report directly to the big boss himself, AEW CEO Tony Khan. But what's on the agenda for this hotshot VP? Well, it's a smorgasbord of talent management tasks, including recruitment, retention, employee relations, succession planning, compensation design, total rewards, training, executive coaching, and people development." Phew, that's a mouthful, but that's not all. This new VP of People and Culture won't just be twiddling their thumbs, they'll be teaming up with Khan and the rest of AEW's top brass to help shape and refine the culture and employee experience of the company. Talk about a high-stakes gig. In addition to all that, this VP extraordinaire will also be responsible for cooking up, implementing, and keeping an eagle eye on programs and policies that align with AEW's core values. Plus, they'll be sitting right alongside the bigwigs in the executive management team, serving as a strategic thought partner in AEW's grand business schemes. And did we mention they'll be keeping tabs on the success of all the other departments in the AEW universe? It's a big job, to say the least. Now, in case you're wondering, the seasoned wrestler Christopher Daniels is currently donning the hat of AEW's head of talent relations. We can only imagine he'll be rubbing shoulders and sharing the ropes with the incoming VP of People and Culture. And let's not forget about the other folks in AEW's front office who are in the trenches of talent relations every day, like Community Outreach Officer Amanda Hubert, Wrestling Administration Coordinator Will Washington, Chief Marketing Officer Dana Massey, and Public Relations Head Adam Hopkins. Revealing how John Cena helped him and fellow NXT star and tag team partner Tony D'Angelo out, Stacks told Nico Knows Best, "There's been a lot of people that have come through. Cena sat us down and dissected what we're doing and what he thinks NXT can become and what the D'Angelo family can become. There's so many opportunities for everybody to pick brains because everybody is always coming through." Speaking about the high-risk mindset of Darby Allin, Adam Copeland said this to Adrian Hernandez. "So here's the deal. I told him to chill out. I was like, I don't want to be one of those guys like back in my day." He goes, "Back in your day, you jumped face first through a flaming table." I'm like, yeah, there's that, right? So what can I say? I get it. He is distinctly his own thing. His own thing is really cool. Sometimes you can't try and stop that. It just has to happen. He's just one of those guys. He's gonna go climb Everest soon, and he's never mountain climbed before. Who does that? Well, Darby does. I realized, oh, that's just it. If there's a slogan I need for him, it's, oh, Darby does. I love that about him. Confirming the views for AEW Collision, which went against SmackDown yesterday, Alfred Kanua wrote that the show had an average of 251,000 viewers, down 37% from last week, and only 95,000 in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is down 32% from the week prior. This is the lowest viewership recorded for the show. Staying on the topic of AEW, this was said when it comes to plans for their All In London events. As the Wrestling Observer newsletter wrote, the idea long-term is to do All In at Wembley every year in late August on a Sunday of the holiday weekend. Touching on the possibility of a match against United States Champion Logan Paul and WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther noted on the Masked Man show, "To the match itself, I would love to do the match. I think it would be very exciting on him. The thing in general with celebrities coming into our business for a while, I thought it was a bit unnecessary because in a lot of cases, it was just somebody coming in and getting paid who would try to take the most out of it for them and then leave again. With celebrities we've had recently, like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny, those are guys that are obviously passionate about what we do. They enjoy it, they love it, and they have a high interest in converting to it and not just going in there and taking something out. With that being said, I have a very positive opinion of Logan Paul. He helps everybody with wanting to do it because he has astronomical reach on the internet. He's very respectful. He doesn't walk around and think he's a big deal, and the guy has an amazing career outside of WWE already, basically self-made. Now he's decided to join us and give it a go there. So far, he's United States Champion, so congratulations. He's done very well so far and in general is very exciting to watch. Very athletic, he's quite tall, great body, charismatic, can talk. He's not afraid of showing off. It's a great addition for us. Unfortunately for WCW star Buff Bagwell, he has found himself in legal trouble, as Ringside News writes. The Georgia Gazette reports that Buff Bagwell was arrested on November 16th. He was picked up for driving under the influence of drugs and speeding charges, both misdemeanors. Back in July, Buff Bagwell was arrested for DUI. It appears that he didn't learn his lesson because he was booked for the same charge once again. This is not a good trend for sure, and we're hoping that he can turn things around. Buff Bagwell was quite open about his sobriety, and it seemed that he was making strides in that direction. Sadly, this is another chapter for Buff Bagwell in his life that includes DUI arrest. We can also never forget about the time in 2021 when he raked up 15 charges at once. While many thought Ronda Rousey could have been AEW's latest signing to be revealed at Full Gear, she ended up making her Ring of Honor debut during a taping the other night. As Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful added, Rousey wrestled at Thursday night's Wrestling Revolver show, teaming with her best friend Marina Shafir against AEW and Ring of Honor talent Athena and Billy Starks in a match that went to a no contest. On Friday night, Rousey reappeared, this time in ROH, running the same match back for an upcoming Honor Club match. The hope is that Rousey can generate some subscriptions, but as of Friday night, Rousey had not signed with AEW or Ring of Honor. Rousey was on a handshake deal with AEW. We're told that the bookings she's done for ROH, Revolver, and Lucha Vavoom of late have pretty well been because she wanted to work with Shafir. Before leaving WWE, Rousey teamed with and faced longtime friend Shayna Baszler. It was also written by Ringside News that, following the match, PW Insider noted that Ronda Rousey seemed very happy about her match. She circled the ring post-match and took photos with fans in the crowd at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. By all appearances, everyone really enjoyed this surprise. The son of a pro wrestling legend was recently jailed, as it was said that, according to documents obtained by Ringside News, Hulk Hogan's son, Nick Hogan, was arrested for DUI over the weekend in Clearwater, Florida. According to records, the arrest occurred just before 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. Police booking him on suspicion of driving under the influence, noting that he allegedly refused to submit to sobriety testing. The exact circumstances leading to the arrest are currently unclear, but authorities are treating it as a misdemeanor. As of the time of writing, Nick Hogan remains in custody. While a DUI arrest is a serious matter, it gains additional attention due to Nick's previous involvement in a well-documented car accident in Clearwater, Florida back in the 2000s when he was a teenager. In that incident, Nick was driving with a friend, John Graziano, who suffered a severe brain injury. Nick pleaded no contest to reckless driving involving serious bodily injury, and he served an 8-month sentence in connection with the accident. The Graziano family had also sued the Hogans over the incident, resulting in an out-of-court settlement. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.